close. So certainly expecting another banger here to start out. You know, you've got some pretty big compositional differences. Desk was doing a great job highlighting it. CNED on that chamber. You've got Durka on the Yoru. I think a lot of this comes down to me for Fnatic, just how well can you combo that Yoru utility, particularly on the attacker side. Not as important in some ways because you're able to spread the map a lot more with this Yoru. You can gate crash around and Durka gets an opening kill.
Oh, takes it down. That's going to be CNED out of the equation. Don't have to worry about that headhunter anymore. Does get tagged down at 15. There's Mr. Fallen just leading the way there. Stun across as the push getting ready to come through. Alpha here trying to stay elusive. Boaster with some covering fire. Takes down Cracks. Alpha now peeking over into Garage. Finds himself a second.
Strike down B.
And that is going to be Mr. Fallen all on his lonesome with just 13 HP and a dream. Fake out, kill. Durka gets a second. Fnatic get a pistol, and Alpha here trolls his teammate.
Oh well. Not the end of the world there. But this is something that I'm really keen to watch for Fnatic is these rotation protocols, the timings on when to go. So immediately after Durka gets that first kill, he TPs over to the A side to sort of reinforce that, make sure they've got a little extra oomph if it goes that way.
Hey, 你们在睡觉，你们在睡觉。
Yeah, okay, Boaster, let him know. It's one pistol round, but sure.
Showing off that Mandarin that he's been practicing. Well, now Durka just going to be picking up that Marshall. 2 rifles invested here for Fnatic. Phantom's in play. There's Fault Line getting a connection onto everybody, but no one's swinging off of that one.
That's going to pull the rotation already for Leo, and this is something that's already looking good for Fnatic.
Flash going in behind Chronicle, faces back in towards main, finds one. And that's just going to be the cleanup getting ready to come through. Is shot into the leg. And it's a flawless anti-eco here for the side of Fnatic. Chronicle collecting 3. Very solid start.
You know what I'm already seeing here, Achilleos, is just good protocols. Just the way that Fnatic is reacting to what FUT is doing. You know, especially you got to watch the initiators like Leo being able to maneuver himself around the map. He gets the early contact with the fault line, doesn't have much impact, but he's immediately coming to the other side of the map to help out if necessary. Doesn't play a huge role in that round as both Durka and Chronicle doing a great job locking down that A site.
I mean, look at the arsenal here for Fnatic going into this bonus round. Full rifles and operator. Only the armor going to be the big difference here between the 2 squads.
And this is the side of the map where this comp for Fnatic is really stifling, especially when you can get Durka those early kills like that. Just a huge pick, and then he's all of a sudden out, and you don't know where he went. He's already TPing, heading over to the other side of the map. So if you're trying to guess based on where that op is, it's going to be really tough to try to avoid it.
Push up in the mid. Trailblazer taking a peek in towards Mail, but not going to be spotting much of anything. Alpha has pulled quite far back. CNED going to have to use that rendezvous, gets himself out. Does note the Yoru, however. Know where that op is at, and that's where they're looking to drift away from. So making their way over here towards B, but Fnatic have already corralled 4 players on this side of the map. They are ready to crunch. They're ready to shut down this push. Couple shots coming through. Aftershock to further stave things off. Time going to be bought. Still 45 seconds remaining. It's Flash connecting. CNED with a jiggle peek. Swing it. Crack's going to be able to take down Chronicle. First step there for the Cypher, but Alpha here just peeking into heaven. Takes out Fallen. For a little bit more. Boombot now on the setup. Leo here, bottom rope. Taking one out. Not quite reacting, though, to Crax's push. But still, solid damage dealt in Fnatic with a man advantage.
CNED's able to slip the net, but he's making some noise, and Durka's ready.
Crax, nice catch. Able to find Alpha here. Now looks to try to join in. They know that this Yoru is here. Shots coming through. CNED somehow getting away from that shot. Durka just can't quite make it connect, and now it's Boaster on his lonesome to try to close this out.
Now, they're not quite yet reading the direction he's going to come from, but with this lack of information, should be able to figure out pretty quickly. And he either came from ropes or all the way around the map, so see how FUT wants to handle this. Still trying to suss out his position.
And even if they hear the tap, Pink Shell is available, but it won't be necessary. CNED to close it. FUT, they do get themselves on board here in the 3rd round, not allowing for that bonus conversion, but still suffer some heavy losses.
Yeah, FUT just good awareness on this early rotation from Alpha, or excuse me, from Chronicle through the spawn. And that opening pick gives them just a bit of extra breathing room, because the initial protocols here from Fnatic are really, really good to use that utility to keep them stuck in B heaven. That's the whole plan there. And even if you lose Chronicle immediately, Durka TPs back towards their spawn, has the op there to hold down to make sure they can't rotate all the way back through defender spawn. So there's some good things happening there from Fnatic, but it's just really good patience here from FUT that buys them that round, winning some big battles in that back space behind the B Heaven stairwell.
And because of the arsenal that Fnatic did have going into that round, now both economies a little bit wishy-washy. See, the Outlaw, the Bulldog, the Guardian in play here for the side of FUT. Stingers, Bulldogs as well for the side of Fnatic. This round here is very much going to impact the long-term economy for both squads.
And I love this Outlaw purchase. Has tremendous potential for Yedijay. Do some damage, maybe win one of those flank battles that he is so want to take. I'm gonna get just a little bit of information, seeing Boaster. That doesn't give you too much on the defensive setup right now of Fnatic, as they are immediately now rotating back towards B. You know, leaving this 2-3 setup. It's gonna be Boaster up in heaven. See how well they can handle this.
Spray across with Yedijay. Outlaw through, able to find Chronicle through that one way. Captain now pushing forward. Flash coming across. Does get the catch here, slowing them up as they get ready to go for this plant. Players here for the side of Fnatic, and Turka comes away with 3! Now just Yedijay, an Outlaw in hand, pushes out of the smoke. The right click's not connecting. The bullet's just dancing around the outskirts of Boaster's hitbox. He manages to keep himself alive, and we're gonna have to see that back on the replay because the impact from Durka, that shut everything down.
Yeah, and it's the timing that he can use off those gate crashes to rotate just a little bit faster, to get here a little bit sooner. Use that fake out to catch a bunch. Huge. Again, a lot of the Fnatic gameplay here is stall for the rotations, and they're gonna come quicker than you expect because of that Yoru. And Fnatic doing a great job holding that round down, despite, like you said, kind of a odd buy. And now it's a full-on eco and a full-on.
Oh my God! Disgusting. 2 shots, 2 kills. Durka off the rip, putting him down. Paint shell now lobbed in. CNED gonna be eating quite a bit of damage. Just trying to stay stagnant here, just trying to stay silent. Got the headhunter, but only 2 bullets for it. That Boombot's about to scout him. Gets the headshot into one, but then Durka playing up onto the corner, able to take him down, stop any further bleeding. Yedijay noted, dead. Fnatic 4-1.
Yeah, Fnatic here just understanding what they saw the last time in an eco from FUT, and this time they challenge it. It's just a slow push up in a 4-1 split up towards A ramp. And they just say, okay, well, we've got an Outlaw. You don't have shields. We're just going to win this fight. And Durka was great with it on top of that. So just a good quick read from Fnatic, just kind of saying, this is what we saw previously. Let's see if we can punish it. You can see Chronicle now changing his util over towards B. Going to be trying to play a lot of stall and delay. Toxic screen as well, going to be over there. And you do have the chamber ult, but Durka immediately, they're using this ult to try to flush players over in. Seeing if they can get that fault line to connect. It does with a flash work.
Then swing out. It's just full flashed. Spike now stranded here in sewer. But calling for help. Another flash sent in, spotting a pixel, but can't quite get the spam across. Paranoia connecting, but he's got the gate crash and just gets out scot-free.
It's so huge. What a play there from Durka, setting himself up with a little help from Leo. Very nicely handled.
Oh, Alpha. Yep, he's gonna say caught with util in hand. Swings back in. Does end up falling. Showstopper. Suspecting that Chronicle is gonna be here in backside. Does he just send it? Yes, he does. But already he's dead. CNET able to collect that. 2v4. Okay. A 2v3. It's Leo with a spray, able to find one. Waits it out. Aftershock coming through. Forces him off the plant. But still plenty of time here to play through 4 foot. Swing out. Durka able to collect one. But it's all on Leo. And he can't make it happen. 2 players left. 2 rounds on the board. FUT now trying to get themselves back into the driver's seat.
Yeah, despite the early pick, despite the early advantage that it looked like Fnatic might be able to utilize, it's a good recovery here from FUT. This opener onto Alpha, just getting a timing, getting the showstopper, add a captain, catching Boaster, trying to creep up the stairs, and then they pin Chronicle in the corner. He had no chance one way or another. Nicely timed, nicely executed. And every attack round win is huge for FUT. Because this comp for Fnatic generally defender sided.
Let's play.
Showstopper off the rip.
Alpha here looking to get pretty aggressive as he makes his way over towards mid. Trailblazer trying to scout, but there's a lot of players corralled here, but in fact it's just gonna be a Boombot taken down.
Here.
Tour de Force as well for CNED, watching that B angle. 3 players on site already, looking to, again, try to keep FUT pinned right at B
Flash
heaven.
out. Nothing spotted there. Paranoia does connect, but Leo not marked by it. Sees one. Nice flash in, and a lot of damage across. They just spam through the wall. CNED able to find one. Cracks finding two. B site now open. Cracks wise to it. It's sense. It's a paint shell cross, but he has to be the one to recover. Waits for the poison orb to get invested. Now can try to go for the recovery here on the spike. Grabs it. Blast packs his way back over. Plant now going to be coming through.
Tough 2v3 now. You do have the Viper's Pit if you so choose as well. 4 foot.
The save.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. You have that operator. Want to make sure you keep that for future rounds. But this is just a great crunch, great timing hit from the side of FUT. And even though Fnatic's somewhat ready for it, it's FUT's turn this time to kind of remember what happened last time Fnatic tried to stall them up in B heaven, and they didn't have that extra angle from Garage to clear a little bit of space, and CNED finds a great timing there with the tour de force to shut down Chronicle and open up tons of extra room. And Cracks as well, looking really, really good. He struggled mightily the last time they came out against 100 Thieves, so having him come out hot on this race, come out, start popping off, is a huge boon for FUT Esports.
Holding a very hard line here, but pings had come through. FUT seemingly pretty aware of it. They're not going to give him the time of day, not going to give it the attempt. They would love to take the operator away from him, but don't want to hand over any more charges towards that next dimensional drift. So FUT, a solid round win here, string two together. Now just one separating from tying things up. Like you said, on this attack side, the more they get, the better it is for them.
Bron's dying too fast.
Well, sometimes that happens. You take a bullet to the head.
Do be like that. A couple alts to speak of. Seekers one away from Mr. Fallen. Of course, still that Viper's Pit. One away from the Rolling Thunder for Leo. The Neural Theft for Chronicle. The Omens as well with their alts, but those are more situational generally. As this time, it's going to be playing at the top of ramp is Durka with that op. But it's more of a 3-2 opening split. I think checking for aggression was FUT, having Mr. Fallen over there to back up Yedajay just in case they got a little bit aggressive again with that Yoru.
Cage triggered.
Have a little bit of extra cover, but CNED very clean on the movement, gets himself out of there. Minimal damage taken. This Chronicle does get knocked down a little bit lower. Yep, push him under the trip with the spray. Bolster's dead. He should have been Yedajay dead in that position, but somehow turns it around. Was expecting it off the back of the paranoia. Now just wide swinging back across to get himself out to safety. Reveal in. Leo able to play off that one. Crack's going to be taken down. Spots out a couple of additional players, but Captain now finding Alpha here. Chronicle here on the site. Sends out the Neural Theft. Seekers chasing onto the rest of the team. The Rolling Thunder now to try to hold everybody at bay and TP over onto the A site, but Captain noted, revealed, and Durka slowly creeping up. The operator in hand. He finds the shot. Spike now on the floor.
Patience.
30 seconds left.
Paying dividends for Fnatic there.
And Mr. Fallen is just not ready for it at all. Been having a rough game so far. Now Yedajay. Nothing more to be done. Just drift back over here, wait out the rest of the time, but this round very much getting away from FUT.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, and even though they win that opening exchange, they shouldn't have. The change in positioning of those trap wires for Fnatic worked a treat. They caught 2 players with it, should have had the first. But somehow Yedajay was able to get out of there and get the kill onto Boaster, because he followed up right away with that paranoia as well. And then the other trap wire, right at the front of B, catches a player. They're able to spam him down through the blocks, and it is just unbelievable. Just aim for the feet and spray. This right here is huge. Getting Cracks off the rip. And then again, having this Yoru makes it a lot harder to make plays like that Omen TP work, because that Yoru can stick around for a really long time over on the other end and use that gate crash to quickly get back to try to help out on a potential retake or defense of the other side of the map. Durka, it's the poison orb to consider. Trailblazer coming. That's going to back him off a little bit.
Does spot him. And now he's just back over here at screens. Flash in, not really getting a blind connection on anyone there.
Here.
He's got 2 players committed to crossover at ramp. CNED trying to lead the charge. Moving away, shifting off that rendezvous, so doesn't have the fast TP back into sewers. Pit now going to be invested here up in heaven just to try to take some control. Boaster spamming across, trying to find somebody. Cannot. Cracks able to collect him. As the Omen goes down. But how do they get themselves now onto the site? Durka still here, Alpha here, still in heaven. And now they're very much aware of it. as CNED falls.
Brilliant setup from FUT.
I mean, it feels like in all likelihood they're going to have to try to just pivot across into Vent. Try to rotate towards that B site, but Chronicle's still holding it down.
Cover going out.
And he's got a trap wire right in B heaven as well, so if they do make that pivot, he could get a quick kill and back out, buy some time for rotations potentially, but still FUT considering how to make this work. Don't have any more flashes.
Fault line at the ready. Decoy sent, the peek,
Ooh.
the kill. Mr. Fallen dead once more. Durka continues to make this site somewhat unassailable. They finally are able to displace him. Leo getting juggled around, attention pulled in multiple different ways, ends up falling. Now it's Alpha and Chronicle to try to clutch it out. Flash pack through, and Yedajay somehow comes away with that kill. A three-piece for him. The plant now with 4 seconds to spare. Chronicle finds himself in a 1v3, but HP bar is dangerously low here for 2 of the players. If he can isolate, pick them off. Still has to worry about the showstopper, but now he doesn't. Cracks the first one to fall, and suddenly this becomes so much more winnable for Chronicle. Shots here below the headshot found, but Attic Captain with the swing timing stops him from getting that next opportunity. Operator gonna be picked up. FUT again, 1 round away from tying us.
You gotta love the creative use of the Viper's Pit here by FUT. They gain mid control, so they know that they can use this Viper's Pit to smother whoever is in ropes. And they take out Boaster. There's no mid control at all with this setup that Fnatic is going for. And it costs them, because they're able to clear a little bit of extra space, take some time to really think about how they want to attack this A site. And they're able to come from a couple different angles towards that elbow area, clear some players out, give themselves a plant. And I mean, Chronicle did what he could, and the last time they played this map, it came down to a lot of clutches. But here so far, it's just been good, steady play, good counter reads.
Just a quick little peek out, and then a slow drift away from the angle. Swing out, Durka, what is that? Completely disrespects the operators. Says, that one's mine.
You got another dink.
Dink across onto Cracks. Turns for the flash, set up for the gate crash, try to get himself out to safety. Should it be necessary, but I think now FUT, they might be having to second guess his approach here onto the A site.
Right there.
Boaster tucked in that corner is a great angle for a Paranoia. Once they get confirmation that there are players coming through, just need someone to watch that angle for him to get that info. But right now, it's a 3-2 split. His FUT has cut sound. Don't want to give away that they're still in this position. Well, that gives it away right there.
Well, there goes that. Showstopper now. In play, up over the top. Cracks seeking a target. Full flash connecting on a Boaster, but Yedajay just doesn't check the corner. Boaster collects his second as Cracks does fall.
Down A.
Spike up here above, but the pinch in from behind. Chronicle taking out Mr. Fallen. As Fnatic get themselves up to 6.
That's just good discipline play from Fnatic, and an unchecked corner costs FUT a lot in this round. Never identifying Boaster's position. And it also helps that Durka is absolutely on one right now.
I mean, he's just going crazy.
He is fried.
17, 6, and 5 at the moment here on that Yoru.
30 seconds.
I mean, the last time that they played that 14-12 scoreline, it was Alpha who was really keeping them out in front, who was able to help secure that victory, putting up an incredible performance on the Rays. But this time,
An outlaw for Durka.
Yes, this should do.
And he's got a lot of juicy targets for that weapon. Going to be setting up in mid. A couple players over there. It looks like something that FUT is considering trying to challenge.
push up. A wider angle here onto Ramen. Here's some of the footsteps. Smoke across there onto Mail. The swing out. Durka able to find the second shot. Let's get tagged down to 19, but he gets his and he gets out.
Still, though, they're ceding mid-control for this. They got to be careful. Nobody's watching ropes. Cracks is kind of freely making his way through. Finally, Boaster starts accounting for it. A good win for Mr. Fallen.
A little bit too aggressive there from this out of Durka. Just considering how low he was. Weapon not going to be recoverable, though. As Alpha is still sat atop ramp, watching the angle.
Yeah, it's going to come up to Boaster, potentially, it looks like, if they keep drifting in this direction to win some fights at this rope. But again, all mid-control given, and they're just watching B Heaven and these ropes. Boaster? Boaster?
Oh, gets off of that one now. Finds two quick kills. CNED and Cracks both going to be dealt with. Alpha finding Fallen. Spike now. Can be grabbed by Yedajay, but nothing more to be dealt. Alpha here puts him down. Fnatic now 7-4. FUT get ready to go into the last round of the half. A last purchase to see if they can make this a 7-5.
Yeah, and you're not super close to any ults here for FUT Esports. 2 away from a Seekers. That's the closest you're going to have. Meanwhile, there is that dimensional drift for Durka again. Last time around, we saw him get very aggressive out of A main with it. Let's see if he's just going to kind of chill out, maybe play for a bit more retake. There's a lot of attention being put at mid here by Fnatic. Got Leo with his util, Boaster there, and Alpha to back him up. Lead the charge, and there it's the same push out. No, Krax wins the fight against Alpha.
Make this pinch happen, but yeah, Alpha does end up falling, but Krax going to be traded out, so now Raiseless, both of these squads. As Durka just going to be coming out behind the box, takes a quick little gate crash back over into A.
You can see the ideas behind these dimensional drifts is to try to funnel players into the traps that are set up by Fnatic on the other side of the map. And it doesn't really work as far as Fnatic would like. You know, losing that first blood to FUT. Yes, they're able to trade, but they're not able to do any more damage after that. FUT just able to plant their feet, hold on to this round nicely, but they haven't grabbed the spike just yet.
Oh, the instant dink into the spray down. Leo coming up with a second. Ada Captain going to be taken out. Another flash sent. Yetiche with a nice timing. Does catch Chronicle unaware and use the push up and find Leo. Man starting to come online in a very big way when they need him the most, and now it's all on Durka. Drops down, grabs a weapon, but cannot steady it fast enough. Yetiche, another big round from him. He gets FUT up to 5.
Yeah, Fnatic is struggling a little bit at times, and FUT has good reads, especially on that drop down, knowing that Durka likes to come right out the back of that fake out. And Yetiche knows that he can step up there, find a timing on that drop down. And they're just doing a really good job here, finding that open space as Yetiche.
And this is something that we weren't seeing from him in that last series.
No.
These weren't given the time of day, weren't given the opportunity, but Yetiche right now looking strong, looking like the player we know he can.
4 split. The good news is Durka is on one, and if he can find those good timings, he can start wreaking some serious havoc.
Yeah, I mean, right now 2x the next highest kill count on his team. CNED looking to try to hold things over at a ramp. Chronicle just going to be tucked away into the corner as Yetiche is taking a very aggressive line. Alpha seemingly reading it, but not ready for it. Yetiche takes his head off, finds that kill. Mr. Fallen just going to be dropping back, giving up some space over here in Mail. The rest of Fnatic, though, got to start working their way maybe towards A. A little peek in towards the vent. But even with that kill, still a little bit of a slower approach. Durka finding the timing, a little bit whiffy at the start, but gets the mark all the same. Mr. Fallen going to be taken down now, man advantage here for Fnatic.
Yeah, this is great for Fnatic. They have opened up so much space on this map. Chronicle seems aware of this rotation. Yetiche making a ton of noise, and he's gone.
So wise here from Chronicle. Now the cut back over towards B. Footsteps heard. Durka still lingering forward, sets up the gate crash. See how aggressively he wants to play this. Very aggressively, in fact. And it is another absolutely star-studded round from Durka. Another 3K, another pistol, and now I believe he's got 21.
It's just amazing patience here from Fnatic. Even though Alpha loses his battle, that kind of gives a little bit of extra confidence to Krax to try to push an angle himself. See if they can really smother Fnatic out of the round, but Chronicle wise to that and also the lurk from Yetiche. I mean, Durka, that is...
The readjust, the vertical flick to find the headshot, not give CNED any opportunity to use that headhunter. What a reaction.
Just ridiculous. Look at this buy. 3 rifles, Stinger, and then just a classic for Boaster. So looking to try to make this bonus very, very strong. CNED, the headhunter out towards mid. Just checking with the cam just in case somebody was peeking through that smoke.
Blind spot, but they're still not jiggling wide enough. Now Camp back through. Shot going to be sent, but CNED having to pull off the angle. Rendezvous back to safety. Looks to try to reinforce his A site.
It's a great read there with that cam. Buys them so much extra opportunity to try to close through, but are they going to be ready for Krax?
Boombot to Mail, so they haven't necessarily scouted him, but you can see them just still staring in this direction. But Poster, getting caught on off timing, does end up falling, but it's quickly traded back.
That's okay. That was just your classic buy. So at the end of the day, that's an unexpected loss in some ways.
It was also your smokes.
Yeah.
And your paranoia, so.
That's okay.
Could lead to some more damage being dealt here, but we'll see how FUT do fare. And CNED, I mean, it's just completely surrounded here for the most part. Big up coming through. Here's the cam set up. Paranoia up in towards heaven. Drifting over.
Chronicle.
Oh, but the cam, the timing, just getting that dart through. Chronicle keeps himself alive. Seeded now gone. Again, that advantage very much here in the hands of Fnatic as they storm their way over onto the A side. Chronicle holding the rope with ease. Push up. Now the captain will be able to deal a little bit of additional damage, catching Durka unaware. Still 3 players to try to work through. More damage from here can very much be dealt by FUT if they can find some additional kills. Rifles in hand, they would love to take those out. Now they're going to find at a captain Yeta J. Is he going to drift all the way back through Event? I mean, he needs to die in this round, so it seems like that's going to be the plan.
At this point, just looking to die to the spike, but again, good, meticulous gameplay from Fnatic, good reads to begin this round with that camera. Chronicle, you know, we've seen it on a knife's edge with some of the util in hands for Fnatic. We saw Boaster with his TP in the previous half. This time around, he's able to switch.
Heard the drop down, but I was going to say, if he continues pushing in this position, Chronicle's going to be the one to take him out, and that's now the Neural Theft online.
It's huge. It's a huge win for Fnatic, keeping those 3 rifles. So yeah, the Stinger and the Classic gone, but that's totally fine. That's all part of the plan. And you're able to have a really strong bonus as the side of Fnatic. And now I start to really keep my eyes on this Yoru to see exactly what some of these setups are going to look like. You know, because sometimes you have to take a bit of space early on split with a Yoru to make sure that those gate crashes can get as far as you need them to go to really keep your opponents unsettled and get yourself a ton of extra room. This one's just going to go all the way up towards mid, right next, but I think it's cleared there, or just faked. One of the 2, right next to CNED. So that's just going to just send them slowly working their way through. They're going to wait for some contact, then try to crunch into mid, it looks like to me.
A little bit of noise made there. Is that a captain just swinging back and forth. CNED spotting at the poster. Pulls away, likely worried about a paranoia potentially coming through. And then a rush play from Alpha behind it.
That's Dimensional Drift online. This is
2 big ults now for the side of Fnatic to try and get this converted.
I'll return.
HL sent early. Mask now coming on Dimensional Drift. Spotting out 1. Bumps into him, he's looking for more. The captain now going to be noted here at elbow. Calls made. And Spike is on Durka. Rotates back over here to ramp, joining in alongside Chronicle once more, and that's just going to be Fnatic maybe silently cutting their way across in towards B.
Yeah, they didn't like what they saw on that site. They thought it was a little bit too cluttered for their liking. So back the other way they go. Still CNED to contend with.
Boombot cleared. HL's sent. CNED dealt with out the air. Shuts him down, but Yeta J, decent timing, swings in, finds Poster, gets rid of the Omen here in the post plant. A lot more work to be done for now. He's on his lonesome, and with him falling, I mean, a call to save might have to be made here from FUT.
Especially now, activating a trap wire.
Just full awareness. Chronicle tucking back, they're still pushing forward, and he has an opportunity to deal so much damage here. Waiting for the timing, swings out, Mr. Fallen, wise to it, does shut it down. But they're running out of time. Paranoia, not catching anybody. Backside setup, Leo finding 1, Durka getting the other. The cleanup is good, it is swift. And Fnatic now doubling FUT scoreline as they reach 10.
Yeah, just great mid-rounding here from Fnatic. Using that Dimensional Drift so wisely to get a ton of info. Don't even have to invest your Neural Theft that round. To just go to the other side, and that's a huge opening win for Alpha. That breaks up so much space. Yeta J then left on an island. The other 3 players, 4 FUT on the other side of the map. Fnatic just reads it so nicely. And it just all comes down to the calling on that one. I mean, it helps you have the ult as well to get the info. And it's just a beautiful read from Fnatic, and they're trying to push some space towards B early, but gonna think better of it. Just checking for a push out from the side of FUT. Orb grabbed, this time by Cracks, getting closer to that showstopper, but still 3 orbs away, so a lot to go for this ult rotation for FUT.
Yeta clearing the wire.
Yeah.
Not wanting to give that just free control, that free knowledge over to Fnatic. Maybe they'll have to second guess potential flank here. But for now, all eyes focus up towards mid.
Being really diligent. And a lot of mid control is great. Now let's see, they do get the dog spot here onto Leo. Leo, that's gonna keep those players pinned in garage. call a couple players over just in case they keep trying to push out with those sheriffs and the headhunter.
They gotta be wary. You know that fault line is gonna be back online. Like Rendezvous, CNED still looking to try to push forward. As they're reading this beautifully, Yedijay completely expected and dealt with. Durka finding that kill. Gate crash now set up for him at backside. And CNED dead out the air. Entering, there's the TP, there's the pick. And there's the sight. Handed over to Fnatic on a silver platter.
Last player standing.
Crack's just gonna be picked off. Looks like they're just hunting for kills, not even concerned about planting the spike until this very moment.
Didn't need to be. Just such firm control over this round. Good mid control taken again here by Fnatic. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout from FUT to try to address that in some way, because that's cost him some of these rounds. You give so much space to pivot. For the side of Fnatic, at a captain. Can he win this one? Oh, yeah.
But he can. He still eats damage though. Teleports across, but the fault line still connects. Durka flooding in from behind. 3 kills from him once again. As Fnatic move up 11-5.
Oh, and he brought out the brimstone from the gun. I love it. Thank you.
25-9-5. As yes, a timeout will be called here from FUT. Last-ditch effort to try to turn things around.
And you're just giving Fnatic so much room to maneuver on this map when you're seeding mid control. That's about mid, but maybe they're gonna play for like a trap, give up that space intentionally, try to collapse on them through mail might be part of the idea for FUT, but in general, just kind of playing a little bit slow. Our Fnatic keep some players back just in case there's an aggressive push out. Trapwire able to be placed pretty far forward at garage. But yeah, now you're starting to get this creep up forward for FUT, making sure that this space is under their control, investing a lot of smokes. You had the toxic screen, you stagger it into the Omen smoke, just making sure that this is going to be really tricky for Fnatic to go for. As you can see, they're definitely at least thinking about it. It's in their DNA to try to take this space for sure.
Chronicle just trying to catch a stray there with that cam dart. Nothing noted. Smoke coming back through from out of captain. Just try to stave off a push from mid. Now, pretty much all of Fnatic getting ready to get set up and push through garage. Trailblazer timing decent here from the side of Mr. Foam, but not sure if he's going to spot too much. Just one over Ramen, and that doesn't really tell them much of anything. So now the dimensional drift going to be coming through, so Durka can tell all.
Oh, this is huge. This just makes it so difficult now for FUT on this site. Here we go.
The rush now coming through, and they are just not quite prepared for it. Mr. Fallen able to find one, does put Durka down, but the site now very much in the hands of Fnatic. And a retaking from this position when CNED, he doesn't have any headhunter bullets. He's got an operator.
I know exactly.
And now you've all been spotted, you've been noted. There's a showstop on the opposite side. Not impossible here for the side of FUT. TP up into the smoke. Out of captain, dead. Alpha able to collect that with relative ease. And that's just going to be CNED now hightailing it out, trying to get himself out to safety to hold on to this operator that he just wasn't able to put to use. Fnatic will get themselves up to map point, and there's not a damn thing that CNED can do about it.
It's just fantastic stuff off the back of these dimensional drifts. Able to just identify where 4 out of 5 FUT players are and just knock them down one by one. Just beautiful stuff there. And I love the way that Alpha played that. He knew he had the high player. His teammate had the low. He trusted it. Still had to transfer down to finish the job, but good stuff, good coordination from Fnatic. And these dimensional drifts are backbreaking right now for FUT. They have been so impactful. And, you know, Fnatic's used them in a couple of different ways. One time they use it to get information to make a pivot. This time they use it for information to make an execute. And it's worked an absolute treat. They haven't dropped a single round here in this attacker's side.
It's just been absolute brutality here, with potentially this being the last round. Durka, a 4-piece necessary if he wants to drop a 30 bomb. The way that he's been playing, it's
I think he could be good for it.
It's definitely in the cards. And Cracks really wants this orb. Jumps across, he's trap-wired, he's stunned. The trap-wire confirms the kill. Outfit will be taken down, but Chronicle collects himself a second. 30 bomb not gonna be possible if they end the map here. I don't think Durka's too concerned about it.
No.
Just wants to get himself over to Lotus.
Can mark that trapwire kill on your bingo card. You don't see those every day.
No, you certainly do not. Jay just sat here behind boxes in mid, but no one gonna give him the time of day. No one gonna go pushing through. All of Fnatic now just shifting back over here in towards main, where it's CNED, the first and final line of defense on this side of the map with that op in hand to see if he can turn this round on its head.
I think he's gonna have to try to play ahead of the smokes that are coming through towards screens is my guess with this operator.
You see the pings coming down.
Get the one and done.
Flashes coming in, fault line still available. He's got that rendezvous to try to take him out. Okay, tucks back, is able to dodge out. Gets the shot on the Durka, what a shutdown from him. Great reaction, great read here from CNED, but still in a very rough position to try to retake the
30
site.
seconds left.
Those are peeking for it there, trying to utilize that smoke. Jay around the back. It's gonna have to alert him. It's gonna have to break this trip. For now, we'll just play this out quietly and wait for the rotate from Mr. Fall, and the Seeker's now coming through. A 3v3. Possible 4-foot.
Tripwire destroyed.
As there's the wire. Chronicle now aware of Jay's position, ready for the swing timing. Flash sent. CNED in a bad spot. It's going to be taken down. Chronicle finding himself a third. The swing out from Leo will finish it off. 13-5. Fnatic not allowing for overtime, not allowing for FUT to even get.
Need to dial up something special here on Lotus. Yeah, both teams having about the same amount of success on this map throughout the year, about 60%. So in that respect, they should be evenly matched. But Fnatic on this defender side in particular has great protocols. They're really good about controlling their space on the map and already making quick rotates here, getting no contact on A. They're saying, okay, well, this might be an early B pivot. Durka pays the price, but it's just a quick trade from Leo.
And Leo able to shut that down, get a Jay. Dead, bite into the corner. Durka will be dead to right, so a quick little trade out. 1 for 1 in B. The rest of FUT now slow creeping their way up here towards A. Chronicle playing in alongside this wall, the screen, dropping. There's 3 players here in front of him. He nearly somehow comes away with a kill, but eventually will fall. CNED able to find that one. Paranoia now across. Out of Captain pushing forward into B, able to find Boaster. Thanks for the catch. CNED collecting out the air. And FUT now bringing this round back.
Oh, just beautiful stuff. We'll get to it when the round's over, but still some Fade Util to work with.
Well, they know where he's at now. Leo in a bad spot. Won't be able to find any more kills. No more value built up. CNED collecting himself a second, and that's going to be FUT winning out the pistol.
A desperately needed pistol round, but it's just a good understanding of how Fnatic was going to rotate off of this in a way. Even though they're caught off guard by Chronicle's position, he's not able to punish them, so...
He's caught off guard even more so.
Yes, yes. Everybody's caught off guard by that.
Like when the wall crumbles in Saving Private Ryan and everybody's just there with guns in hand, like, what do we do?
That is absolutely accurate.
Cage triggered.
No, it's all classics. Nobody investing in anything for Fnatic, and they're just going to full stack on B. I mean, everybody is here. But for now, FUT is being very good at making sure that they're checking on it. Yes, they're pushing out, but
Watching here.
FUT should have a lot of space, but the spike's down out here.
Yeah, this could potentially be bad. I mean, Trapwire to continue to slow things up. Chronicle just getting tucked in behind the box. Do they read this at all? So even if they do deal with Alpha, which they will, CNED finds it. Do they suspect? He does. What a read, CNED. Picking up a second here in round number 2. Durka working his way forward at Mount. Can confirm that there's no presence on this side of the map. He'll just be grabbing that orb to try to build up a showstopper. And there's all of FUT now stopping their way over towards the A site, where it's really only Leo at stairs to try to slow things up.
Mr. Fallen has that outlaw, that deep cover that they might need. Fnatic trying to get into position to contest. Boaster.
Decent amount of damage dealt. CNED now finally dealt with. What is that run back? Suddenly just an explosion of death into the kill feed. Solid damage dealt here on the back end from Fnatic, where it looked like they were just going to get absolutely rolled. They do manage to bring it down to just 2 players left standing.
But you could see that there was some anticipation by FUT that Fnatic was trying to contest on site. There was a bunch of spam when those early smokes came down to try to get the plant down, and then Fnatic just kind of pauses for a second, takes a brief freeze, and it's just a great read from FUT, doing their homework, knowing some of these plays that Fnatic has on their ecos. Shuts it right down the trap wire as well in a great spot to make sure that wasn't much to be able to be done out of that. Now you have the op for Durka, you have 2 outlaws and already cracks.
Dead. It must have just been a Jiggle Peek cracks. Able to just double tap when some added damage from Mr. Fallen plays off the back of that outlaw. Lurk timing in. Leo gonna be taken down. Chronicle now forced back over at Waterfall.
You just save?
They might have to, given that the operator is once again in play. Durka maybe can wait out the smoke, try to go for a peek in, but you don't really have anything to escort that other than a paranoia. And yeah, as you can see, slowly dripping away, trying to save. Out of Captain will catch one. Not sensing Boaster here. Maybe in a position to be punished, but already such fantastic damage dealt. And this is the FUT that we were looking for on the opener. Was able to be converting this bonus and start things off 3-0.
Yeah, that opening pick is the go button. A lot of times it's kind of a single player on C for Fnatic. They got that kill and they immediately opt to punish it, especially when you know it's Leo. You can, and then Captain so ready for those quick rotations.
He is on the hunt right now. Boaster at risk. Boaster dead. Blast back across, but Durka also dead to rights. Captain with a 4-piece gets FUT up 3-0. They take everything away from Fnatic.
This is huge. So many ults almost online already for FUT. And Durka's close to a showstopper, sure, but
Let's see how this started.
this is... Oh,
yeah. Outlaw wall bang into the finisher on the Sheriff.
Unbelievable.
Yep, hands off the keyboard. It's like, what else could I have done?
Yeah.
Just a good reaction here from the side of FUT. Ready for that jiggle out.
Insane. Captain, so proactive in that round. You'll love to see it. Contest for rubble space. Boaster trying to push aggressively far forward. Cage thrown out in front of him. Orb gonna be grabbed. Now Alpha all alone. A little bit of help now from Chronicle. Fault line.
That's
gonna be good.
on the two if he sends it, and he does. CNED already dealing a significant amount of damage as he wraps around back side here. Alpha taking down CNED. Not quite ready to see that many faces over at Waterfall, it would seem. Leo is able to take him down. Jet now dealt with. Paranoia set, Boaster finding one. Fnatic starting to drag this round back into their favor.
There.
Got a good chance. Even though the plant's gonna come down, they've got the numbers advantage.
They've got just almost a pit, one away, but not quite there. Misread from myself. As Mr. Bond looking to take some space in a little bit ahead of the flash, but still comes away with a kill. Brings it now back to a 3v3.
Not much util left in the bag for FUT. Plenty here for Fnatic. Still got the paranoia.
Another fault line, Haunt out. Entry here from Durka, and he's able to find the shot. Trax finding one, but Durka collecting the final. Trax will fall, and Fnatic will get themselves on the board in a round where it looked like they were just dead to rights. Hand over to Leo, Nightfall online, and it is a MasterCard thrifty for Fnatic.
And even though in the previous round, FUT was very ready for some of these fast rotations from Fnatic, this time just a little bit extra time being able to be bought because Alpha just doesn't die off the rip. And so you have a little bit more space to work with. And with this late lurk play from Boaster, he's able to shut Yedajay down.
We got you, man.
And now Boaster's into it. Now he's saying, we got you, we understand. We understand what you're trying to do. Now you get the Showstopper and the Nightfall to worry about. Yes, you've got the Rolling Thunder and the Viper's Pit. You gotta get in a position to use those for FUT. And just some util exchange. Boaster again, teeping up a little bit further, but this time opting to stay behind Rubble. Wait it out. There's that Rolling Thunder to clear space, but Alpha wise to it and just backs out.
Yeah, the Cracks reading that decently well does send the fault line to the back end to ensure that he finds a stun, but a little bit of damage going to be taken here. Pit now thrown through, and that's going to be the Nightfall in over top. Decay on both sides. Cracks trying to stay alive, and Alpha able to find it. Showstopper in from Durga, takes out Mr. Paul, and the Pit's still standing. Still in with a chance here. Our FUT, but it's 5 members strong on the opposite side. CNED finding one, Alpha dead. Captain trying to reposition, working his way forward, trying to be elusive, trying to be unpredictable. Tucked into the corner of the TP board. Both are going to be dealt with. CNED finds a second as Durga falls. And there you have it. Captain for the finisher. Does take down Chronicle. But it's still heavy investments here for FUT, but they stop Fnatic from finding that second round win.
Captain having a great half so far. And he plays this Viper's Pit so well, just feeding over information, never pulls the trigger on some of those identifications. He sees the head of Alpha as Alpha's crossing on top of sight, catches a gun barrel sticking out of the smoke in the back of sight, and just holds his trigger the whole time. Discipline wins them this round.
Very nicely done here to continue on their merry way and force a timeout out of Fnatic here within the first 5 rounds of play. That being said, I mean, breaking down the economy and also exchanging 2 for 2 on ult.
And other than that, it's another weak buy. The hero rifle for Durka. Stinger, Sheriff, Ghost for Chronicle. Boaster just with a classic, just gonna be good guy Boaster, saving up for extra cash.
Quick TP across. Tap on the door here from Boaster.
But look at how much space Fnatic gained on the other side of the map on Mound. You gotta start considering that this might be A or into a B pivot, given how much room you garnered. For now, no contact. Fnatic holding the cards close to the vest.
Oh, but Boaster getting tagged there. Paranoia across, he's fault lined, and he's just, in all likelihood, screwed. But Leo, no, protection, able to find one. CNED gonna be taken down. Fnatic Captain collecting two. Chronicle now arriving. Quick headshot. Trades it back. Brings it now into a 3v3. Weapon advantage still gonna be there for the side of FUT, but Durka has that hero rifle, and he has that paint shell at the ready. Forces him off. This is just going to be an extended pivot here across the board from FUT. It looks like the answer is going to be yes. Tap on the door, and they want to try to make their way out of here.
Don't want to give any opportunity for this retake attempt. Yeah, they're going to be
picked up. So now Fnatic in with a little bit of a better shout, but Rax able to find one. Durka dead, get a J. Likely love to try to invest on neural theft off the back of that, but it's a dangerous position to try to get into to send the ult. Right now, he's basically face-to-face alongside Chronicle, who's able to find the kill. Brings it back into a 2v2 as the rest of FUT storm their way now into B. Very rare plant spot here by the connector.
You almost never see this. Got an aftershock angle.
The fault line not going to be too far away.
Shadows traveling.
But yeah, aftershock actually not available. Just going to be the one flash here for him. But no bite as well to try to isolate, and Krax is going on this late lurk all the way around towards upper.
Walking in there like, where's the spike? What'd they do with it?
It's not planted for Krax, but
that's not ready.
fault line at the ready, sent the push forward. They know, they have a read, they know exactly where Mr. Fallen is. They're able to find it, but it's not held to half. And Alpha tagged down to 30, will get taken out. Krax collecting another as FUT continue on. 5-1 now. Already tying their round score from the opening map.
Yeah, and it's this Freeze deciding not to fully commit to A after things get a little scrappy on the back site that saves this round for FUT. I mean, it's just really good read here early from the side of Fnatic. They completely isolate any info on where they're hiding on the site. Yeah, Boaster takes a little bit of damage, but Chronicle's able to step in there, do some damage. They're able to get those gun upgrades, but it's that late round pivot from FUT. Those options available to you on Lotus, utilized so well here by the Turkish squad. Durka out the rip, does some serious damage.
Yeah, Mr. Fallen dealt with, spray across, trying to find CNED, tags him down to 78. He will be able to stay alive, but that's a good opener here for the side of Fnatic, who've been needing as many advantages as they can get.
That delayed haunt, so good, almost gave him another kill. This might be a bit of a fake, we'll see. Still could swing through door.
Block cleared out, still 2 nanoswarms. Likely just trying to see if they can try to paint as much as humanly possible here. Eat on the Prowler. CNED wanting to see if he can get ahead of it, try to find a timing, get a headshot, but Zed just gets worked down a little bit lower on his HP bar.
Oh, Boaster.
As Boaster on front, able to deal with one. The Jet now gone. Counter spray, a little bit of damage found, but overall, not too much.
That's huge that Boaster can win that, because now he's forcing FUT into the heavier stacked sides of the map for Fnatic, but they still got all this defensive utility available. Just trap Yeta in that corner.
A little pocket that he's able to play into, but Alpha clearly reading this, does find that kill. Krax solid on the entry to go ahead and put him down, but now Captain 46 HP in a 1v3. He will get picked off. Fnatic find themselves a second round win.
Yeah, and this is a great round for Fnatic, but FUT had an opening here, and Boaster shuts it down. It's a decent read by FUT that Boaster is often playing by himself, playing isolated at A rubble. But Boaster just finds a good timing off the back of these smokes to get up and over. And that early util exchange at rubble goes the way of Fnatic this time. And that's huge. And it's just great understanding of where their util is going to funnel their opponents. Beautifully handled by Alfier and Chronicle on that C site. Great crossfire setup. Let's see what we're gonna do. We have the Blade Storm now for CNED. Got a
double poison orbs.
Yep.
Alarm bot, the nanos. The red carpet laid out for him. Looking for the rush in. Can't quite find it. Push up into the smoke. Tries to get the right click, and Chronicle will have none of it. Shuts it down. Aftershock now to try to save him off, forces him back for a moment, but still, this C site not being taken, can't be taken.
But Yedijay on the other side of the map has cleared a rubble, and he's calling in the rest of FUT. They're trying to buy a little bit of time for this rotation. Keep Fnatic planted. The TP all the way in the back for the plant. Beautiful from FUT.
The A-side taking, but still a bit of a gamble here from him. Captain still going to be noted on this side of the map, but as the plant gets ready to come through, Fnatic will have a faster rotate timing here to beat Captain over towards that A-site, especially now that Yedijay has fallen. Okay, Captain does find one. Chronicle dealt with. It's fallen on the site. And Cracks hanging back outside of door, outside of tree to try to offer up any kind of utility he can, but it's just 2 flashes in hand. And now he's dealt with. Poster finds that kill. Lockdown needing to be respected. As the kills will come through. Fnatic fairly clean, just Chronicle getting picked off by that late lurk. Otherwise, very solid round for them as they shorten the gap even further. Now it's just 2 rounds separating.
And the map awareness here for Fnatic has started to really flourish. They're seeing the game a lot better. Like where these opponents are starting to peek out and try to catch them off guard is being read so well. Chronicle just playing inside of that smoke, anticipating CNED, trying to get aggressive with those blades. Yedijay shut down, trying to push upstairs. And then covering for the lockdown plant. I mean, that's why you can afford to leave the A site open a little bit. When you have that lockdown available, you can shift your weight towards one side of the map or the other and play for retake if necessary. Fnatic working it absolutely to a treat. A little bit different positioning of the haunt this time. Back of that paint shells and FUT, not wanting to get caught, trying to contest rubble. Instead, maybe trying to turn up the pace here on C.
Yet again, rushing forward. Prowler to check, and this time he gets the better of Chronicle. Leo, however, and Alpha here peeking out one by one. Find a kill, but then get taken down. Showstopper short distance here from Durka. Doesn't ensure the kill. Mr. Fallen going to be taken down, but man advantage here for the side of FUT. Just not wanting for Fnatic to get closer. Spike, however, still dropped all the way outside of Mount. Durka with that headshot brings it back to parity. Now into a 2v2. Boaster on the lurk, Cracks. Aware that he could be in this position. And even though he has to redraw the weapon, Boaster just not quite fully checking the angle. Kill found, Yedijay. Already over here towards this A side of the map. Quick check on the cam, nothing gonna be spotted. Tap on the door, he works his way forward. Sturka pushes up. A paint shell to try and delay, but he's not reading this left side hold. Yedijay puts him down, 1 shot. His FUT, once again, keep themselves separated, now up to 6.
Yeah, they do a great job of finding the weaknesses in Fnatic C-site defenses. CNED breaks through, gets past the lines of Fnatic and causes chaos. Catching Boaster here, really nice. So as much as I credited Fnatic for kind of having their heads on straight the previous round, this time it's FUT who's able to bamboozle them.
2 straight. Wasn't loose enough to look to the right a little bit more. I don't know, something's in the water and people aren't corner checking these last couple days.
Yeah, happens sometimes on this map. I think some damage to CNED off that paint shells, but he's still good on Boaster.
Finds a headshot, Boaster instantly disrupted, killed off. Half the smokes now. Dead. Quick re-grab the camera. See where FUT decide to take this, but looks like it might just be that C site once again.
Give me a corpse. Where is everyone
huge.
hiding?
Getting that neural theft. You're gonna have that confirmation that there's 3 on B, 1 on C, and they are hightailing it in towards Alfier. Got that up.
Good for the first. Captain gonna be shut down, but Durka traded.
And then Yedijay on this flank. They're just gonna pull off of this. They're using this information from this Cypher again.
It's ping-ponging back and forth here. Tap onto the doors, Yedijay just trying to see if he could bait somebody to peek out. Looks like in the end though, B site likely gonna be the resting place here for this spike.
Don't want to show him the same look twice for that free space. And it's just a full spread of the map for Fnatic. I don't think anybody's gonna contest this plant. Trying to find an opportunity for a lurk is CNED. And Chronicle gonna be coming from the A direction.
Smoke on upper, Leo drifting back, wary about this potential flank coming through, and CNED walks right into it, ready for it, and Chronicle on the entry, able to find one. Alpha catching a glimpse there, as Mr. Fallen just sprints across and he just swings into Baby Door and takes out Chronicle. Leo now, last one standing is Mr. Fallen. TPing into the site to actually check, but Leo catches him on the cancel. Rolling Thunder. Available for cracks, just waiting on the tap. Leo having to be cognizant of this. Ult now gonna be sent. Sends out the C's to try to trap him. But time is being bought. Leo knows that he's not gonna be able to win out this round. FUT will get themselves up to 7. And all that Leo can do, just save the operator, carry it over into the next round.
Oh, it's just so awesome the way that FUT is working this map right now. Just showing hard aggressive looks and then pivoting off of it quickly. That op there does some damage. This time they're able to best Boaster, who's been a nuisance at Rubble, to start out this half. Nightfall, Mr. Fallen just playing right on the back of it, trying to catch Fnatic being aggressive, and he does. Now the buy, very weak. Yes, you saved the op, but you have 2 Stingers, 2 Sheriffs for Fnatic. FUT gonna grab an Outlaw as well, knowing that half armors are only going to be available based on the economy of their opponents. Assumption here. Oh my God, Boaster.
Finds a headshot, Mr. Fallen taken down. Knows that CNED's around the flank, and he still does a decent amount of damage. Shot taps him down to 78. Dirk in the meantime still holding this deep line here with the operator. Let's see if anybody peeks out for him. Couple shots in, and CNED just gonna take him down. Headshot down, and now that A site completely opened up, so Chronicle has to rotate over. Ooh, Chronicle scooping up the up for himself. Shuts down cracks on the approach, and that's a lot of the entry util taken out of FUT's hands. Holding here, but because it's just a stinger, he does decent damage, but cannot confirm that kill.
Cage trigger.
Still in with the advantage here, our FUT. CNED just here alongside the wall, and Chronicle is not ready for it. CNED finds himself a 3rd in the round as FUT look for 8, and they will have it. Pit invested, yes, but still more rounds accrued for them here on this attacking side. 9-3 in their sights.
I just so aware our FUT of where that op was likely to be. And it's pretty typical to have it on top of stairs like that. CNED able to identify that position. They also had cracks standing on the rock at A main, kind of as a backup plan, just in case things go wrong, but
here,
doing a great job. Our FUT, and they have kept that Odin out of the hands of Fnatic until this round. So finally, they have a little bit of early spam to try to control. My eyes are on Chronicle with that Viper's Pit. That's the only ult that's likely to come online for Fnatic.
Quick hit here into B to try to change up the pace. Paranoia across, and CNED playing off the back of it beautifully. Couple stray shots from Poster, but it's full blind and absolutely left out to dry. Easy kill collection for him. Chronicle now just trying to fit their way back in for this one. But the spike gets right on the edge. Spray through, Chronicle whittled away at down to 61. Walt comes back up, Alfia trying to get up in front of this one. Swings out, and there's 3 players ready for him. Cracks dealing the killing blow, a bite to try to take him off that angle for a little bit longer, but getting onto the spike is gonna prove to be so damn difficult. Leo swings out of the smoke. Mr. Fallen takes his head off. And now it's all on Durka and Odin in the hand, but he's absolutely destroyed. Flawless from FUT to close out the half, 9-3.
Yeah, just awesome. Finally, we're seeing FUT come alive. And they're having a phenomenal attacker side half here on Lotus. Sure, it's an attacker sided map, but this is very, very strong. The way that they are maneuvering themselves, the way that they're reading their opponents, getting that info and using it against them has been incredible this half. A lot of credit to Yedajay. He's doing a good job exploring himself and finding that open.
At the time, yes.
Yeah, but as most of the rest of the world, you know, this is where you're going to get your damage done. This is where you can really work the map, and Fnatic loves these B pivots. They love to try to contest Rubble and then use that to either go A or B. But a lot of attention being played towards C early for both squads. Get a full stack here, the fault line ready to go for cracks if there's any contact, but that's smoke. As Fnatic, considering other ideas and all this space that Boaster's got, says, guys, let's try this for now. But
it is just CNED here.
Yep, but he's been pretty good so far this map.
Has been, but exit tool's not really there because of the full investment on the Sheriff. They could just end up 50-50 him a little bit, but there's a swing out. It's a decent amount of damage. Tailwinds across, gets himself into sight. He's reading the push-up here from Durka. Does some damage, but gonna be caught right before he can fully reload. Sets up the rest of his team to potentially be able to bring this round back into their favor. For now, Plant going to be coming through as Durka wants to get that showstopper online.
Yeah, the duelist v duelist battle goes the way of Durka this time, able to catch that reload timing. Flank angle here for Chronicle, so important.
Trying to find the shots. It's going to be Atacaptain taking down Durka in the meantime as they push their way out of stairs. Chronicle low. Atacaptain finding that kill. Leo answering one back. Spots out Cracks, but there's the paranoia, the jumping right click. Mr. Fallen taking down Leo. Buster finds a nice timing though. Pushing out here into stairs. Keeps it now at a 2v2. So recovered, pushed up into the smoke. Alfier able to steady that spray there with a Sheriff. Finds one. The hold coming through. Shoulder not being noticed. Yet a J will fall, and Fnatic will get themselves a pistol round win.
Man, what an awesome pistol round. Both teams making some really clever maneuvers. Coming from a bunch of different directions. Our FUT with that overstack towards C. They're able to push through spawn pretty quickly. It's accounted for by the side of Fnatic, but they're just a little late to react on that back line. But still, Boaster with the stairs rotate is huge. Catches, Cracks off guard while he's trying to let loose with some util. And that's just round over at that point. And then Alfier wins a crucial 1v1 on the back of the site. Able to keep that battle from going into a 2v1, making it a 1v1 in the end. So fantastic work with a really tricky round. FUT through a lot of Fnatic, and they were able to hang on. Getting that spam through the smoke as well. Onto Chronicle was a nice pickup. Ooh,
Alfier going to be noted. The rotate coming through out wide from Atacaptain to try to get the catch, and he's able to do it. Headshot from the Classic there at that distance. Puts down the enemy KJ. Solid start, but still more kills to be found if they want to do some significant damage here to the economy. Stark up. One with a rifle. Takes out Mr. Fallen. Back now into a 4v4. The smokes come through. It's really looking to lock off this heaven. Durka staying out wide. Flash at the ready, comes in, tailwind. Durka, oh, he's fully blinded, but he still manages to find that kill. Weapon now passed over into Leo's hands, trying to maintain control of it. Gets a headshot onto Cracks, and Yeta Jane out, last one standing. Looks like he's gonna go on a long walkabout.
Camera taken out.
Camera destroyed. Just wants to get into position to die to the spike.
And Fnatic is pinging it out. They're aware that this could happen, so they're saying, okay, guys, he might end up there, but let's see if they're going to try to contest it at all or just let it happen. Is good stuff here from FUT. Again, identifying this open space and just being even more aggressive against it on these C lurks, and catches Boaster a bit off guard. So I think that's something that certainly in this round Fnatic might want to consider, is how are they going to deal with these aggressive pushouts from C if they're going to keep their attention towards a rubble. Part of the map that they love to fight for and try to pivot from. So this leaves a little bit of space for FUT, generally speaking. And this round, though, FUT is going to make an adjustment. They're going to start contesting this space a bit. Particularly, oh my god.
Lost the open on the door, and CNET dead off the rip. Looks for a second, Mr. Fallen does manage to stand his ground. TP's back across over into the site. Does get tagged up. Down to 48, but duelist exchange here on both sides. Entry power taken away from one another.
Well, and you can understand why Fnatic likes to contest this space because they have the phase raid versus not the phase raid. In this case, a breach jet. So it's a little bit harder for FUT.
Fade raise, but yes.
Oh, sorry, God, fade raise. Oh my God. Oh boy, there's a slip of the tongue. But the fade raise, phase raid. I'm getting my teams confused and everything.
Wires crossed. It's
wires are crossed, yeah. But anyway, you can understand why they would be willing to contest that space early, is my point.
Yes. Solid trade out there from Mr. Fallen, but now approach here on a C, getting ready to come through. Fault line at the ready from Cracks. Really gum up the works here. Alpha and Leo both at a risk of getting clipped by this one. Just waiting it out patiently. Spike going to be passed over. Fault line now coming through. Prowler on the check after shot to try to see if they can find any opening kills, but nothing going to be spotted there. Orb goes down. Atacaptain filling here over at Ben. Going to be noted by that Prowler, but the spray in from Cracks. He's able to find one. Atacaptain having to tuck back TP up over the top. Not going to be heard here, but Atacaptain still finds Alfier. Cracks getting another, and Atacaptain ready for it. Looks up, gets the catch, and it's only CNET dead within the first few seconds of the round. Everybody else alive as FUT get themselves up to 10.
The Atacaptain has been monstrous for FUT. 18-9 now. This is a nightmare to deal with over here. Yeah, Durka, a good opener. clear some space, has an opportunity against Mr. Fallen, but kind of caught still moving a little bit. So Mr. Fallen able to find his shots sooner, but Fnatic captain just knew. I mean, those Omens love to get on top of that box.
I mean, man, it's just on a tear. Big turnaround. Basically everybody on foot compared to what we were seeing on that opening map. Right now leading the charge as far as kills are concerned. Cena tries to take some space. The Paranoia crashing across, and he finds the first one. Durka going to be taken down. Now swing back around over towards Rocket. Boaster does fall. Leo up over the top, just waiting patiently here for that wall to fall. He comes away with one, but Cena gets himself a third. Spike now stranded in a forward position. Chronicle desperately spraying with the Odin to try to find something.
Well, you wondered how they could deal with it. Just hit a banger Paranoia, and you can clear out that space, no problem with CNED dashing in. Just trying to buy a little bit of time, but what do you do here as Fnatic? Your options are so limited, and FUT can just stack on top of the spike and wait you out, grab orbs, get everything they want out of this, potentially more. There's no way they're going to give them opportunities, you would think, for that Odin spam.
Starting to work their way forward, clear out on the camp. CNED feeling it, gets himself the fourth piece, can't find the ace, but still, FUT get themselves now up to 11. 2 more rounds to go to replicate and invert the map score from Split and take us over to Ascent.
Man, this is awesome. I love this. You know, one of the things I was concerned about with this compositional difference, trying to control this space, well, CNED gets behind Rubble, a beautiful Paranoia from Mr. Fallen, and it's a lot of players falling for Fnatic. And that's got Gaius fired up, and now things start to get desperate for Fnatic because they are 2 rounds from dropping this map, and they are in an eco. They have a showstopper, yes. Late storm pop for CNED. Ada Captain has that Viper's Pit. Boaster gonna lead the charge with a frenzy here. It's Fnatic looking to see if they can get a thrifty and find some hope to keep this map alive. Oh, what a spot.
Timing a little bit off there. Has to go for the reload right as the trap wire. Does get the catch on the Durka. Boombot quickly cleared out. Cyber Cage going to be set up as well. A lot of spam, but no connections. Nightfall committed. Going to be able to note 2 here on the site. Yet a change clearing out the Prowlers. Just watching every which direction to try to keep himself alive here. Push up from Durka. He ends up falling. Frax just again pot shots in towards Street, finds one. No audio, no problem. Ada Captain catches Boaster. Picks him off now, 2 players left alive. Dash back from CNED, unable to get the knives to connect. Leo finds Mr. Fallen, keeps him close, but Ada Captain shuts it down once again. Leo now gone. CNED needed to be a headshot here. Chronicle able to find one, but now down to 31. They line up for him, but he cannot get the shot through. Ada Captain with another multi-kill round will get FUT up to map point.
He's just
Match point.
unbelievable right now. You cannot displace Ada Captain. Once he's got his feet planted, forget about it. On this defender side and on the attacker side with some of those lurks, but he gets caught by all the utility from, I mean, they invest everything here. Except for the showstopper. Durka doesn't pop that, but, you know, it's Fnatic trying to scrape together something. Nightfall be damned. Util be damned. Leo's still able to come out with some big kills, but Fnatic now facing map 3.
Fnatic poking and prodding here for now. Double drift up and towards B. TP across over to the door switch here for Boaster.
Cover going out.
Tap on it. Say double push out. Trapwire set up for a bit of a raise catch here, knowing that that showstopper is going to be in play.
Cage trigger.
But it's looks like it's going to be scouted. Boaster maybe noting that. Durka just sneaking in underneath. So Wire not getting the catch. Paint Shells at the ready to be set, but Ada Captain already finding an opener. Is Boaster going to be taken down once more? Paint Shells into the back though, and Ada Captain not quite registering that. Ends up falling to it, so Durka trades it back and still has the showstopper in his back pocket.
And now this retake gets extremely difficult for FUT because you know that showstopper is going to be coming your way. Taking their time. It's a freeze here from Fnatic. Just wary of a timing hit from FUT. Finally going to feel comfortable enough that they can go for this. Alpha will try to sneak in behind this door.
Behind the box, Fallen not reading it. Alpha quick with a headshot. Manages to take him down. Showstopper now. The further delay to buy some space. Sends it. CNED quick with the tailwind. Keeps himself out to safety, but as he repeats Alpha here, will once again find an elimination. After shock through, but Durka having none of it. Crack's dead. Now it's just Yeta J. Clean and necessary turnaround here for Fnatic. Paint Shell's built back up. Yeta J wanting to just try to challenge, wanting to get as many weapons out of the hands of Fnatic as humanly possible. But it's going to stop at Durka. Alpha with 3, keeps them afloat, but it's 6 rounds consecutively necessary for Fnatic if they want to go to OT.
Yeah, and it's a really good job here by Boaster, being the point man to make sure that that trap wire is identified, just in case. And he's just able to kind of sneak underneath the net of the defenses of FUT. Like you said, Achilleos, they were planning for that showstopper to come through that door, and it doesn't. That gives just enough room for Fnatic to set up underneath the site and start letting loose with those guns to clear that extra space they need to get that plant.
Alp and Outlaw in play here for FUT.
Lockdown for Alpier.
Yeah, Judge just having to backpedal. Quick clear on the cam. Trapwire is well eliminated. Opening up B a little bit. Tap onto the door. CNED taking a quick peek. Not going to be spotting much of anything, though. How far does he want to push this? Looks like for now we'll just stay sat over by Mound. Mr. Fallen at the same time. Outlaw in hand. Waiting to see any ounce of movement here.
Has to be a timing off the Toxic screen, you would think. In fact, it's just a pivot towards the other direction. But look how much space they have on this mound.
They're drifting back. Clear out on the Prowler. They keep the op disguised for now. Haunt as well gone. Paranoia, however, going to be able to catch on to both of them. The Seas comes through, and Mr. Fallen going to be taken down. Alpha just entering over at A. Gets rid of that Outlaw. Cracks simplifying Alpha, but Yeta J going to be traded out at the same time. 70 HP here for Attic Captain. Cracks as well. Worse for wear. 53.
Boaster
Right there.
TP'd into drop. And I think FUT somewhat aware that that could be possible, but should maybe get the plant down here for Fnatic.
Plant through, fault line, not connecting. Boaster still sat, turns on the flash, quick to it. CNED swapping over onto the Phantom. Looks like they still want to try to play this one out. But now CNED's dead. Cracks has to give it up. Picked off Boaster. A major turnaround round for him. Gets himself 3 kills, and Fnatic continue to keep themselves in this.
It's a little bit of a gamble from Fnatic with that TP, but it works a treat. You know, they've been now kind of shifting their attention, conditioning FUT that they're not going to be going A. And this time around, they wait a little bit. Yeah, Alpha gets the early pick, but then they start contesting that rubble space, investing that Paranoia over there. Boaster, it's a great one. Set up those shots, and then he's like, I'm going to TP over in a drop. They're not going to really fully anticipate it. Get some kills, get the plant, get the round. Still 5 more to go just to send it to OT, though, or Fnatic. But big ults available for FUT if they so choose. They can maybe get a kill or 2. Who knows? Maybe they try to end it right here, right now. But just Sheriffs for the buy for FUT. So gun advantage and a lockdown advantage for Fnatic. Can they take advantage of it? Keep us going.
This is one of those moments as a coach where you got to be sitting back watching and just hoping that the team, with these 4 ults that they have online, don't start overcommitting with them. Flash coming through, push out, space going to be taken, pushing them away from Mount. Well, just eat a shot there into the shoulder. This is going to force the pivot here from the side of Fnatic, and FUT. They're trying to get ahead of this. Yeah, already rotating multiple players over towards A.
This is what they did last round, did Fnatic, so you know, they're reading it really nicely. Our Fnatic, maybe going to try to pivot in towards B off of this. Early contact. CNED tucked right behind the door by Tree, seeing if he could find the angle. Already that baby door cleared. Spam through.
Tailwind at the ready. Fault line sent. Try to slow things up, but now maybe the pivot, the cut through into B.
30 seconds left.
Just had a captain here to try to intercept. Snake Bite going to be thrown down. Keeps them at bay for now. More time going to be bought. Wrap around from Alpha. Gets himself over in towards main, but the cam is there. Set up to go ahead and note him. Rolling Thunder. Going to be coming through. Sounds out on the multiple. Alpha pushing forward. Able to find one, but right now they're just trying to buy some time. And Alpha Air has opened up space. Left. 2 kills bound. Plant can come in. They cannot deny it any further.
1 enemy remains.
As Alpha gets the headshot, CNED will fall. It's going to be flawless here for Fnatic. They get that Rolling Thunder out of FUT as well.
Yeah, FUT felt like they maybe had an opportunity to try to close the door, but just not quite able to do so. And Fnatic starting to read the map pretty well, so FUT going to take a timeout, try to reassess, try to figure out how they can make sure that this doesn't go any further, that this stays as far away from overtime as possible, and we get to a... So, heavy weapons abound. Some big ults to speak of on both sides. Can Fnatic continue this run? It looks so good for FUT. Looks like they were going to make quick work of Fnatic on this Lotus, but right now, Fnatic has something to say about it, and they're going to take their time off the rip. I like this. Check for some aggression, check for like a trap pinch play. Maybe somebody gets aggressive out of C like this from CNED.
He's pushing up at Alpha. He's got an operator on the opposite side. He's holding a hard angle. Leo now inching forward. Util at the ready, has that haunt. Goes out over the top. CNED tucks back into the smoke just in time. And then re-peeks and finds Alphier. CNED playing it beautifully.
Unbelievable. That timing is insane from CNED.
Absolute perfection and a solid start to try to close out this last round here.
Now you're trying to get some more info on what's going on around the map.
That's that lockdown nullified. You don't
That's
have
true.
to concern yourself with that. So the pit, if it comes through, that much safer for Fnatic Captain.
Stop here.
Big check from Fallen. Chronicle moving forward. By that A orb, Prowler is going to be eating the trap wire. CNED a little bit early on the shot. Pulls back, avoids the paint
30
shells.
seconds left.
Ready for some kind of peek up, but avoids the C's as well. A little bit of space taken as Boaster. He's going to be the X factor here in the round. Swings around in towards Waterfall, finds one. Mr. Fallen going to be taken out. Now the pivot into B.
Love that from Boaster.
Trapwire set up. Durka still expecting CNED to be lingering around. He will go ahead and start rotating
10
out.
seconds
Yeta left tucked away at Waterfall to try to intercept this raise. Nightfall across, not going to be catching on to anyone. Durka, does he read this at all? The answer is no. Yeta finds the shot. Neural Theft invested. Reveal coming through. Out of Captain, finds Chronicle. And now the pit to retake the site. Boaster spamming wildly, hoping desperately that he can find some kind of opening. None to be found. Leo, a spot out onto CNED. Drags across, finds a shot, but it's going to be cracks to put them down. 13-8, FUT will take us the distance. They are not going out without a fight.
Looking to find their way deeper into this event and show that they are still a force to be reckoned with, and I can't wait for this. So many exciting matchups here. Durka v CNED, Yeta versus Alpha, Cracks versus Chronicle, Leo versus Mr. Fallen. You know, Leo's so good on that Sova, Mr. Fallen in his comfort role as well as that IGL.
Flash across, looking for the entry here. Across, and that's going to be out of Captain. Noted, but not dealt with. Answers back. Finds a headshot. Kill coming through, but Chronicle going to be good to trade one out. Yeta now going to be taken down. Oh, big opener as Chronicle finds another. That's the finish there onto the Omen of the HB right now on the side of everybody. With Fnatic in tatters. The man advantage might not matter too much. Another shoulder shot there onto Alphier. As he wants to flush this player out. That went burned, now out of bullets. Gonna have to go for that. Reload here pretty damn soon. As he runs it down, but for now, just gonna be held at bay. Alpha still pushing forward. Dart coming through though. Leo barely able to jump across into market. Tries to swing out, tries to take the fight, but it's gonna be Cracks coming up with 3. As FUT take the opening pistol.
This is huge for FUT. It looked like it was gonna go Fnatic's way. They had a great crunch there from A main and Tree, setting up themselves really nicely, but a good paranoia keeps them at bay long enough. Yeah, they're able to isolate that player in the corner and by switch, but they're able to take it down, and then FUT is just able to match these rotations. Fnatic tries to bail out Alpha as best as they can, and they try to make a rotate off of it, but it's just read nicely.
CNED with a finger wag across the stage. Alphier. Not gonna outdo me like this.
It's so exciting. This year especially, that CNED's been a little more active post-round. We'll say that. He's definitely getting up out of his chair sometimes.
Saw earlier on, he almost sent it flying off the stage.
That would definitely be classified under active.
For now, holding back here outside window, Vandal in hand. Jiggle peeks, just narrowly missing one another. CNED gonna drift back across, get himself into the A site.
Let's see how FUT wants to play this. Giving up a lot of space in short. Maybe just gonna try to shut this push down. Holding this angle for Tree is CNED. ADS already, but a smoke early from Fnatic. They're just gonna cut through window, it looks like it.
Dart not gonna be revealing much here. Entry attempts from Durka, but Mr. Fallen shuts it all down. 3 quick kills with the Spectre. Spike now, stranded, picked up, Leo swinging out, will be able to put him down, not allow him to get that 4K, but Brax comes through, picks him off, and it's gonna be a 2-0 start here for FUT.
Yeah, just good positioning from Mr. Fallen. Able to catch the first, the dash from Durka, well accounted for. That's basically shutting the round down right there. Gets the third as well, finds the fourth at the very end. Yeah, insane stuff from FUT. Looking good on their defender side. Gonna have 3 Bulldogs and a Vandal going into this bonus. A Sheriff for Mr. Fallen and a Bulldog.
Passover, looks like.
Yeah, looks
Exchange that with that, Captain.
Ah, yeah. Okay,
Right
makes
here.
sense. He deserves it. He had a nice round. Give him the Bulldog. Give him the upgrade.
Trying to get that Hunter's Fury online. CNED, in the meantime, pacey push out here. All the way across short, has the dash out, up trap to try to keep himself safe, down to 22 HP. Durka, at the same time, gonna be able to find Mr. Fallen. Now Cracks, taking a lot of early spray as well. Down to 35.
How is
Answering
CNET
fire,
alive?
I don't know. Answering fire did find Chronicle and Boaster. But with that man advantage, Fnatic still in a stronger position. Flash out the check, Durka, noting 1. 0 point, quick clear here from Chronicle.
Oh,
Durka still dealt with. Cracks, finds that a limb.
that's a huge pickup. TP into the switch here for Boaster. Has the space. Should be able to get the plant down. But even though it's an even retake, both teams have a couple players that are very beat up. So some of those early shots, maybe some spam throughs of the wall, could be really important in this round. Tons of util though for Fnatic in this post plant. Chronicle's got all of it. You've got the Paranoia, you've got Leo's shock darts and this recon. Only 1 flash here for Cracks and the fragment, and that's about it.
That flash dart combo, trying to get the pings across, and there's the reveal, and there's the kill. Alpha, quick to collect, out of Captain gonna be taken down. Shock dart lob in, not gonna be finding much. Quacks,
Wow.
still, I mean, so low on HP, still finds that elimination. Now Chronicle taken down. Man advantage is here for the side of FUT, who ultimately just need to do some additional damage.
Oh.
But Alpha here cannot get the first one. Now they're in, onto the defuse. And FUT, they're gonna convert this bonus against all odds.
Insane. Insane from FUT. I mean, those angles that they find, Cracks there with 2 huge kills in that round. 1 down to mid, and then another here. This one right here is massive. Getting Durko eliminated, shutting out that duelist. And then Yedijay so snappy. The jump as well to open up the angle for CNED. And Yedijay immediately popping off and letting him know. And there was a nice round of applause for FUT when they retook the stage from this crowd. The fans really appreciating the show that they're putting on. This bounce back that they're having, looking to keep their tournament hopes alive, and it's a weak bye again for Fnatic. 2 Guardians, Marshall, Stinger, and a Sheriff. I swear there's a real gun there.
There is. Spectator things.
It's all good. We know. Clear out some of the util, but just trying to take mid space, our Fnatic. And it was given up by FUT, and their retake was just so good in the last round. Shut it all down. Trying to get a little bit of info here. It's Leo.
Scouting out some of the util here. Durka, oh, distracted briefly. Let's manage to back away, takes a little bit of damage there. He makes his way over to switch, taps it, door now shutting, but 2 players entrenched here on the site. 0 point, not revealing anything here. Now for Fnatic, I mean, you're in a very committed position, but how do you get yourselves forward onto the side itself?
Shutting them down.
They're on 0 point, not gonna go deep enough. CNET starts flanking around from behind. Spotting them, taking him down, Leo dead. Durka able to find 1. Sends off a warning shot here, trying to keep him at bay. CNET for now will respect it, pulls
30
back.
seconds
But they're
left.
no closer to getting this plant down than they were previously. As the pivot gets ready to come through, door again opened. Both are checking in towards market. But there's just not enough time to get themselves over to this A site.
No, this has to be a B hit at this point. And good luck. This is going to be tough.
Gonna have to try to stick it, but Yedijay not caught at all by that Paranoia. Durka snappy with a head shove, and the round is already over. 3 players left standing. Cash aplenty. FUT now up 4-0.
And even though Fnatic can get to the switch and get themselves towards the site, they can't get into the site. It's just too much congestion, too much confusion, and a lot of players rotating quickly. Mr. Fallen right on top of things, and then this lurk from CNED is devastating right as that door is shutting. Able to take some players down. And the 2 on site just never bothered. Never messed with. And you can see some frustration from Elma Putty. He's able to rotate so quickly. You know, Fnatic's not spreading the map a whole lot. Granted, we haven't seen a ton of rounds. This round, though, looking a lot different here from Fnatic with a 3-2 split. Trying to take some space at A, and look at all this from FUT. So heavily invested to B.
But Durka able to catch one. Shot taken, but not received. Durka able to avoid that one. CNED trying to still push up here. Does find Alpha here, but already a 2-man. Coming through here for the side of Fnatic. Solid opening kills, but Durka's just bouncing his way forward in the tree. And now he's going to be taken down. A site is taken, but the count here is equalized. The 3v3 now. So they try to get themselves set up here for this post plant. Leo out in main. Hunter's Fury at the ready to try to buy some time.
That's the big key.
Cracks as he tried to save that 0 point to try to interrupt the Hunter's Fury, but he sends it. Notes the 2 players. Suspects that they're going to be here in hell. Bregman, a little bit of damage here. Cross, Boaster whittled away at down to 65. Swing out from CNED, but Boaster finds a headshot. Cracks now arriving, but Leo snipes him. It's all on Yedijay. Trying to fish him out. Finds it. With the Hunter's Fury already committed. It's going to be a shock dart. Gets some decent damage to swing in, and Leo, he will bail them out and get Fnatic on the board.
Yeah, Fnatic has to dig deep, but FUT gambles on the B side of the map and just says, okay, we're going to try to push space. We're going to try to show you an aggressive look off of this tech pause, see if we can catch you sleeping a little bit. But they don't. Durka very aware early towards Atacaptain's position. Takes him down deep in mid past Fountain. And Leo's playing this post plant to perfection. So good on the Sova, historically, is Leo, and he's showing you why. And now it's Alpha's turn to get up and let him know. He's got a smile, of course. They're all friends.
Now, plenty of camaraderie. So I'm chatting in between the games, smiles on faces, despite the fact that one of these teams is going to be eliminated after this map is concluded. And sportsmanship certainly never in doubt. Chalk dart with a lob in. Not going to be able to find its mark.
Like this,
that's still just holding.
Yeah, like this Outlaw purchase. You have the blades to back it up as well. 3 players on half armor for Fnatic, so this could really get you a ton of value in this round. I mean, this could be one of those CNED go kill rounds for sure if he can find an opener, do some damage. But as of now, Fnatic is doing a good job not giving up any of that information or space. Boaster considering the TP, but the pings are out at A main. 0 point only catching Leo.
Floating one. Maybe now going to be coming in. Double pump. CNED able to find Leo.
Spike down B.
There's a spike. Dropped. Hit now coming through here on to A, where they need to try to find some value. Durka swinging around the back of Jen, and Atacaptain can't quite drag that crosshair over, but it doesn't matter. The reinforcements, they've arrived. And now, look at Yedijay tucked away here in B main.
30 seconds left.
Takes a quick glance at the weapon. Swings in. Spike once again on the floor as Alpha falls, and now it's just Boaster here in mid, vulnerable up. With just no time to make anything happen. No knowledge of Krax's position, and no hope in hell. It's FUT now 5-1.
Yeah, just awesome stuff from FUT. Great time to buy that Outlaw, and even though the first player he makes contact with has full armor, seen as just so good at controlling that recoil. Oh, what a spot for Mr. Fallen, too. And then Chronicle only on half armor. Gets taken down. And you were just talking about it. Well, here it is. It's time for that. Well prepared, but FUT much more so. As even though they're giving up the space, that's all according to plan. And they are going to continue to just spread the map. Look at where Mr. Fallen is.
Get out of my way.
He is in the furthest corner of this map, expecting the updraft Blade Storm. Did not come through from Durka. Not just yet. So for now, that's just going to be a little bit more space given over. The alarm bot there to check as usual. See if that's cleared here by Fnatic with a shock dart or something.
Right.
And that tucked in spot is red. They understand. They just ping that position of Durka out.
Reading this very well to start. Drone here from Leo now. Check and see if he can see anything similar in towards this B site, but nothing noted. Lockdown, however, going to be online. So they want to commit it this early into a thrifty attempt. Cleared on the alarm bot. Tailwind popped. Durka ready to try to take some space. Dashes forward. Updraft still available.
You should run.
Mr. Fallen tucked back on the opposite side of the wall. Ult now through, lockdown trying to create some space, but counter lockdown in play here. The push-up coming through. Alfier with a nice sheriff shot, able to put down one, but Yedajay takes him out. This Chronicle now working his way in. Trying to cover this body, make sure that they cannot get the res here. Onycrax can't bring him back into play. Swing out of the smoke though, CNED spotting one. Does get paranoid up, does get revealed. Durka finding two. CNED and Yedajay both gonna be taken down. Paranoia across, Durka making his exit, joining in with the rest of the team. Spike still not yet planted, 15 seconds remaining. Mr. Fallen still has that Hunter's Fury, but what a right click. Durka takes it down.
10 seconds left.
Shots are locked in, interrupts it. Plant resumed, Hunter's Fury opened up. He wants to try to close the round, but he has to stay alive. The cancel, the plant in, now the 1v2. The pressure from Durka saving them here in this round. Mr. Fallen trying to clutch, spots one, Boaster at boats. Durka's still in at market, and now the one-way setup. Jumps out, Durka strikes, and it is a MasterCard Thrifty delivered by Durka.
Oh my word. This is a great round from both teams. The reactions with the lockdowns, Durka taking so much space and then going absolutely bonkers with the Blade Storm. Gets the reset on the dash, allows him to get away from that paranoia. Baits at a captain in, takes him out.
Nice, good job.
And then the proactiveness to understand that the Hunter's Fury was gonna be there. And if that was allowed to fully activate, if they were allowed to get that second beam out of that Hunter's Fury, that was round over for Fnatic, but they were proactive on it. Oh my, that was a great round.
3 suppressed.
A round like that can very much put the momentum right in behind you. So Fnatic are going to be banking on it. It's thrown up over the top. It will get a spot on the 2 players.
1 suppressed.
Mr. Fallen just tucking back, 0 point, identifying the Omen on that side of the map as well. As we see Yedajay getting himself crept up here in towards bench.
Gotta worry about that op now. In CNED's hands. Still, it's a Blade Storm.
What a push out, what timing! They're able to find one. It's going to be a trade out here on the Sovas.
Cover going out.
Still some info gained here for the side of FUT. Boaster knocked down to 38.
You can see they anticipate that this is going to be a rotate, and they've got Yedajay tucked in a perfect position based on that push out.
Shut on the market door. Boaster going to be the first one to take contact, and that's going to be the spike revealed, but a quick trade out.
Down mid.
Alfier keeps it at a 3v3. Market door shut here for him. So there's going to be the pop on that null command. CNED scoped in, no, pulls off the angle. A little bit too much movement. Tries to go for a timing shot, but now the fragment will keep him off the angle. But no! Scopes back through, finds Alfier. Jiggle peek. He spots him out, knows that Chronicle's here, and Chronicle now completely surrounded. What a round from FUT, what a shot from CNED.
That's a heartbreaker. Just a dagger through Fnatic's heart. Unbelievable. The read that he has. Misses the first and then buys a ton of time for the rest of FUT to come through. It looked like maybe Fnatic was going to be able to get through this round with those trades, even though FUT catches them off guard in a couple different spots. You know, so ready are Fnatic to not let some of those positions turn into multi-kills for FUT, but still, I mean, CNED is just so darn good with those ops. And it's another weak buy here. Hero rifle for Durka. And it feels like a broken record. Talking about these ecos for Fnatic these last couple maps.
Drone spot on the 2. Sending their own here, but swing in. It's basically unescorted. No flash behind it. Out of captain, finding Boaster over and man at the same time. Things again falling apart. Alpha fortunate to be able to drift back after getting a spot here on the CNED. CNED wants to take the pace up and over, spots him. They know exactly where he's at, and he will get taken down. Mr. Fallen, a 3-piece for him, a flawless for FUT. Now 7-2 in the lead.
The coordination so good right now for FUT. Even CNED there, just making sure they don't give up anything extra, using that updraft to break the crosshairs of Alfier at the end. But just good read on those positions by Mr. Fallen. Using that Sova utility so well. And Leo losing a little bit of the clothing, starting to get a little bit warm up on stage, I'm sure. As it is starting to get intense. Fnatic starting to feel like this half is slipping away a bit. Yeah, it's attacker side Ascent, but you'd love to get a couple more here. And just an aggressive position from CNED, but can hear some of these footsteps, so for now, he's gonna lock himself in that corner. wait this out as Fnatic wary. We've seen a couple aggressive maneuvers from FUT in the early parts of the round, so you have to account for them, consider them. But look at this Killjoy utility. It's placed in the tree this time. Flash to clear, nanos are popped. So Fnatic able to bait out some good utility.
And now the smoke sent to just go ahead and further slow them up. Drone checking out into mid here from Leo. CNED's still on that line. They have to turn around if the pressure starts coming through. You can see him already starting to pull back a little bit. Get himself into a safer position for an exit, but Fnatic getting ready to strike here onto the A site.
Are they going to read this position from Yedajay?
Yeah, one from space, but Spam not finding much. Boza just TPing into line, and Yedajay unread and cracks. Unhindered. A headshot through, taken down, swings in, finds a second, but Alpha, faster reply. Man advantage still, however, going to be here for the side of FUT. As they work their way forward into the site, Mr. Fallen here, add back Gen, sends the shock dart, out of Captain, takes out Chronicle, and Alpha, he's lost the plot. Ring around the rosy from Fallen and a shorty, and Alpha goes tumbling down.
It's awesome stuff from FUT. I mean, always trying to take that little bit of extra space on the map, and it's positions like Yedajay's that break apart these crossfires that Fnatic would love to set up. Even though there's some good util to buy a little bit of time, they bait out some good util as well, clearing those nanos at tree. It doesn't matter if you can't get that crossfire going. And FUT has just been all over the place, reading Fnatic's movements, setting themselves up positions where Fnatic doesn't expect it. So many good things to talk about with this squad. We're gonna grab this orb. CNED under pressure.
Trying his luck for the timing shot once again, but lockdown invested. As CNED, how does he keep getting away with it? The boldness to push up against the clock, against this lockdown, and comes away with the pick. Chronicle, take it out.
No!
Nice, connect, Alfie dead on the floor. Down to 10 HP, but only 3 players alive, 2 Guardians and a Stinger. Poster playing off site, getting ready to arrive now into B main. Drone from Fallen, trying to check. Nothing gonna be noted quite just yet. CNED wanting to lead the charge, dumps the knives. Reveal, instant headshot, Fallen taken down. They need so much more of that. Durka finds it, but CNED gets poster. Continues to suspicion now, but Durka keeps himself alive now. The knives built up, popped instantly. Durka looking for the ace to try to clutch it out. The flash coming through.
No!
He gets himself a fourth. Can he find the 5th? Tailwind's across. It's going to be claimed by Leo, but Fnatic somehow claim the round.
A tale of 2 duelists. Durka and CNED going at it in that round, and it looked like it was going to be all CNED all day, and then Durka just comes alive. A great spot for him early. Great util from Leo. Gets the read in the corner. Saw Ada Captain on the map, and that 3rd shot is crispy and right ahead of that flash. Unbelievable stuff in that round. Oh my word.
Crowd being electrified by that action. They want more of that. Still Fnatic here in the last round of the half. Looking for an 8-4, the best that they can do. Let's get caught here by that 0 point. They know that he's going to have that operator still in hand. Cash has never been a concern on this map here for FUT.
He doesn't have much direct support.
Enemy tag.
So
He pushed this and drone to check. CNED's still just going to stay tucked away in this position for now.
I was curious if Fnatic was going to try to stack mid and try to pressure him and go for a trade, potentially. But instead, they're just going to wrap all the way around, and oh my god, Alpha, you are playing, oh my god!
He re-swings and gets the kill. Absolutely fearless. Alpha steps up to the challenge. But now Hunter's Fury coming through. Leo, tagged by it once, swung out right into Ada Captain's welcome hands. A nice backup set there from the side of FUT, ensuring that they get that elim.
Unbelievable.
Here.
I was like, Alpha, you're playing with fire, but he was the one that had the fire. Oh my.
CNED getting burnt there.
30 seconds
Paranoid
left.
cross out of market towards B. Nothing spotted in this full KJ setup. It's now starting to be this place as they clear it. The turret gets cleared out. Still 2 nanos on the entry there. But it's going to be cut back across over towards A. Seemingly intended here, but Mr. Fallen is able to find Chronicle. Dereka dead. FUT once again wanting that 9 3/2. Mr. Fallen just tucked away. Here's the movement. Tries to get the transfer. He cannot, but the round is already over. The half is finished. Alfier cannot get the plant. Fnatic cannot get that last win.
Oh man, that was an incredible half.
Switching sides.
Some great moves, but FUT so proactive on their defense causes Fnatic so much frustration in that half. And they come out 9-3, but is it good enough? Is it a good enough defender's half? Oh, the way they coordinate with that Hunter's Fury to push through A main, just beautiful, time and time again, and always accounting for these late round rotations. Great reads from FUT all throughout.
What a time to come alive here for this Turkish squad. Fnatic down game. Dirk is there. We've had some moments from Alfier, but the rest of the squad needing to step up if they want to run this back, if they want to stay at Masters Shanghai.
And if there's any team that can do it, yeah, the desk is right. And based on their experience in positions like this throughout the years that Fnatic has had, they've persevered time and time again. So certainly they can do it, but this pivotal pistol round could be what decides if they stay in this event or not. It's so important. Oh my.
CNED starting things off, right foot forward. Alfier trying to find it, but CNED comes up with a second. 2 players dead. A lot of them tagged up, FUT as well. HP bars whittled away at, but Mr. Fallen on a deep flank line, and Yetajay somehow stabilizing to take down Boaster. Paranoia at the ready, Adacaptain ready to send it. Durka will find one. Yetajay gonna be taken down now. Mr. Fallen starting to arrive, knows that one has cut his way up into heaven, and Leo is not ready for this. Kill found, push into the smoke. Durka will find one, and Mr. Fallen will close it out, and FUT will win another pistol. They will get themselves up to 10.
Just great prep work on this pistol round, reading the positions of Fnatic so nicely. Fully ready for another player to be tucked by the plant that's in the corner. And the Sheriff's working a treat here. They bought 2 of them into this round, and they're getting great value out of it. FUT, Yetajay, and CNED doing some serious damage. And that is a heartbreaker, potentially, for Fnatic. We'll see if they can bounce back. They're gonna invest a Stinger and a Sheriff into this eco. Trying to spam through the wall a bit is Alpha. Leo trying to set him up with some util.
Dart cleared, drone revealing. Leo tucks back. Shooting down towards the legs. A little bit of damage gonna be dealt there on a CNED and Mr. Fallen.
Big spot for Fnatic.
No point, yeah, revealing quite a bit there.
Getting a ton of info with that late 0 point. That's allowed them to take a little bit more space in towards tree. They're already rotating. They're already kind of guessing, but with the position that Adacaptain has taken, holding behind,
Bomb grenade out.
they might pivot away again if they get too much contact here at tree. Let's see if FUT reads this or if they're just going to try to walk through.
I mean, right now they're moving their way up into mid, and if they just cut to market, they avoid all of this setup here from Fnatic. Not seeing or hearing a damn thing.
Yeah, they've got this. They've read it.
Yep, 0 point into the back. You know that boats is going to be cleared. Sight open. FUT happy to go ahead and take it.
30 seconds left.
Yetajay still lurking.
It's just a question here for Fnatic. How much do you want to invest in this? I mean, Yetajay is going to do as much damage as he can. Adacaptain swinging in. Try to play a little push and pull.
Here for him, yeah. And Boaster the first to fall. Rifle ready, but Yetajay still tucked. Finds the headshot. Leo going to be taken down. And that's a lot of the investment that was put into this one from Fnatic. Left on the floor. The Sheriff, the Stinger, both gone. Just classics remaining now. As they look to try to do some damage, he's looking for a knife. Durka down low, set up for the kill. As Adacaptain collects it, and Chronicle, he can identify that there's 3 people suppressed, but he can't do anything to take advantage of it. Damn near flawless FUT, now just 2 rounds away from sending Fnatic home.
And they're just continuing these brilliant reads on the map, and the way that they set up for this late round attack or retake that Fnatic is going to try, it's just impossible to break through. That Bulldog through market, then Yetajay around the corner with the Sheriff, forget it. It's just nearly impossible to deal with. Durka already with an op. Guardian for Leo. So Fnatic going big and hoping they don't go home.
0 point.
Suppressed.
Again, getting a decent amount of information here for Chronicle, but utilizing it, turning it against FUT, that has been the struggle here for Fnatic. For now, just waiting this out patiently.
Shadows.
Smoke across onto mid. Durka just going to be backing out, not going to be looking for a timing shot. Gives up that space. So triple creep across here into mid.
Yeah, it's just very cautious from FUT. Don't really have much info to work with. The Owl Drone's going to give away not much because that's the default position of a Sova. It's just trying to break through, trying to see if they can get some damage done, clear the bot, push through towards mid.
Leo spotting one. Needs a bit of damage. Recon at the ready, but he's going to have to get tucked back here onto the site, and they both get revealed. Second ping not going to be finding much there. CNET just slowing things up a bit. Shock dart, set, head, spotted. Mr. Fallen already finding one. CNET getting the other. It's all tumbling down. As FUT once again look to convert a bonus over Fnatic and get themselves up to match point. And they can't do anything about it. They have this up. They invested so heavily. They will just have to hold on to it. They will just have to watch their hopes and dreams of staying in this tournament bleed out in front of their very eyes.
Just incredible how methodical FUT is being, and they're winning so many key battles. And no opportunity there to even get a consolation kill for Durka. They're gonna go hunting. They know the investment. Any more damage done.
Doesn't connect. They know his position. Can they corral him?
They're gonna try. They're sending everybody from every angle. So difficult now.
Went at the ready. The push out, the shot again. Whipping, 10 HP. Chronicle able to find one. The push from Mr. Fallen, however, takes the gun out of his hands. They continue to wrap through. It's a leg shot into the classic, but the operator, it cannot be held. FUT achieved everything that they wanted and more in that round. And now they find themselves at match point.
Devastation. That's all there is to it. Oh my God, Mr. Fallen. Just based on the shots, able to track it down and immediately swings right before the smoke comes down. And then Krax throws a beautiful flash to set up CNED onto B site. And then they just go hunting. Because they know they have got Fnatic on the ropes. All it takes is one more round. Guardians abound for Fnatic. And FUT in cruise control.
The push out, shut down immediately. Krax with the headshot. Brings them one step closer. Fragment into the back. Pop flash over the top to escort himself out. Chronicle ends up eating it. Swings, looking for a little bit more. But ultimately has to back away.
Just insane. Just winning so many of these battles in the early parts of the rounds. Cracks out in the middle. Closer.
Closer going for the challenge. Just trying to get a little bit of damage across. Krax is tagged up. Spike still stranded. For now, Alfier tucked in, but it is red like an open book. Out of Captain, flushes out the rat. And now the site is theirs for the taking. Spike still not here, but they might just be playing this one out for kills. They've got 50 seconds. But now the pickup, the ult, secures it. They bring it forward now. Yeta J, still lingering, still lurking, swinging around the backhand side. Door nearly broken, softened up a bit. Smoke comes through, Cracks within it, waiting, ready. Boaster gone, and Chronicle has fallen. Rumors of Fnatic's return were greatly exaggerated, but the Turkish